the Straw Hat Pirates from One Piece. Starting off, the captain, Monkey D. Luffy. Hopefully, his goal is to be not hopefully. Let's start. One Piece Straw Hat members. I only know of it right now. I know there's like another one later down the line, but I'm only up to the 8. Anyway, Captain Monkey D. Luffy. Goal: King of the Pirates. His powers: rubber. He could stretch. He could stretch. He's goofy. He's also serious at times, but most of the time he's goofy and serious at the same time. But also, some of the powers, he can change gears. Like gear 2 is what do you call it? Gear 2, he can become stronger, obviously. And gear 3 looks like he could become a balloon himself. And because of that, after that he turns into a smaller person. His biggest defeat, or his biggest win, I would say, was Enies Lobby when he defeated people from the world government who are leagues stronger than him. Surprised how he even survived. Anyway, next up, Roro Zoro. That's a mouthful, I know. Goal: greatest swordsman. How do you become the greatest swordsman? By defeating the current world's greatest swordsman. And believe me, he tried to do that in the beginning when he first met him. He lost miserably. Miserably, I tell you. He needs to become a lot stronger to beat the world's strongest. Anyway, he fights with 3 swords. I know it's weird. Why would you fight with 3 swords? One in each hand and one in his mouth. Also, he's never good at direction. You tell him one thing, he will obviously get lost. 100%. Like, let's say you tell him to go to the store. Who knows? He might be in the Naruto verse. Who even knows at this point? Yeah. Again, Enies Lobby. He became much stronger. He had yeah. He fought. On One Piece is weird in the sense. Oh yeah, back to Luffy for a sec. There's this things called devil fruits where you become powerful, but you can't swim anymore. Anyway, back to Zoro. He was fighting a giraffe person, putting it lightly. Why was he fighting a giraffe person? One Piece. And that's why. Next up is Sanji. He wants to find the Oh, before I get to that, Usopp. A liar, a coward, and also one of the most fearsome, quote unquote, pirates of them all. Because he apparently has 8,000 men under his command at all times, even though we rarely even see it. He is, as I said, he lies a lot. The first arc we ever met him, he was known as a liar. And whenever he was warning the civilians about pirates incoming, they didn't believe him. They wanted him out of the entire freaking city. They wanted nothing to do with him. Funny thing. Also, whenever they first met Usopp, they got their first ship to Going Merry, first and foremost, at the end of the arc. Yeah. His powers, slingshots, and anything you could think of like that. You shoot fire from it, dust, projectiles. Yeah. He didn't eat a devil fruit, which means he can swim, but he would probably be afraid of drowning. And he always begs for other people to do stuff for him half the time. But in Enies Lobby, I know this is a big arc, I know. We are introduced to a guy named Sniper King. I'm not saying if that's Usopp or not, but it might as well be. Same slingshot, same voice. Who knows? Next up is Sanji. Cook. Simp. You would think he's probably the biggest simp, but no. We're gonna get to him much. We're gonna get to that guy much later. Sanji never uses his hands in fighting, only uses his feet. Why? He thinks his hands should be designed just for cooking, and if you mess it up, you mess up his job. Also, funny thing, if there's a woman that you have to fight, do not send him in because he is probably just gonna fall for her, and there's nothing he would ever do to hurt a woman, no matter how bad they are. No pun intended. When I mean bad, I mean how terrible they are. Not, you know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, we were first introduced to him whenever he was a chef, like I said, working under a bigger pirate, also a chef, in a ship restaurant kind of thing. Then they all started to join up, and after that is the next arc and the next character, Nami. What's so neat about her? She can basically change the weather with stuff from Skypiea Island. Other than that, I guess, yeah, she can control the weather a little bit from stuff. There's not much I know about her except that later on, post time skip art, the art style changes. That's all I'm gonna say about it. That's all I'm gonna say about her. Because there's nothing else that's very serious about her. Alright, next up anyway, Chopper. Tony Chopper. He's the ship's doctor. He is basically a reindeer who can transform into a human kind of thing. And basically into a monster at Enies Lobby again. Also, if you're in the beginning of One Piece, sorry about the major spoilers. I apologize heavily. Yeah, so Chopper's basically a reindeer who ate a devil fruit. And that's pretty much it. And he's a good doctor. Cute doctor, by the way. Alright, next up, Nico Robin. She is an archaeologist. And she can grow hands from anywhere and use them to attack other people. She almost died. She was almost executed in Enies Lobby with that, which is why it's an important arc if you ever watch it. The reason why it's important is because she was about to be executed, which means we were not gonna. If that would have happened, One Piece would have probably been ended a lot sooner. A lot sooner. Anyway, next up, Cyborg Franky. Franky. What to say about him? He loves soda. So much so that he is basically powered by it. He literally has a compartment inside of him for soda. He's basically a cyborg, which means he can swim. And he's not a devil fruit user. And he can basically in the next arc, in the arc after Enies Lobby, Thriller Bark, you can see him cranking 90s and building on them like Fortnite. I'm sorry I had to make that. Really, I am. I'm never making that joke again, trust me. But yeah, he's a good shipsman. Shipwright, that's right. That's how we met him in Water 7 as a shipwright. And next, and last but not least, as far as I got, we have Brook. Brook had the revive fruit. He's a skeleton, and he's a swordsman. But he's also the best musician and my favorite Straw Hat in the group. Why? At the end of Thriller Bark, you can hear Brook and his old crew's song that they love to play for a little while called Binks Brew. The first time I heard that, the song just stuck in my head for several days. And Brook's comments about him being a skeleton and how he can't see anything. I can't believe my eyes. Not that I have eyes to begin with. Yo! Yeah, that's how he laughs. Yo ho ho ho. That's why I like him. He's goofy and serious at the same time. But at the same time, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like a mixture of the both. Goofy, serious, serious, goofy. And that is why I love Brooke. He has a nice heart, even though he doesn't have one because he's a skeleton. I know this is kind of off topic, what I'm talking about, but Thriller Bark is a good is a good Halloween arc. Why? Zombies. That's basically it. Just zombies. And like I said, the music at the end of the arc, it can make you cry. I almost teared up a little bit. Not gonna lie. Yeah, One Piece has tearful moments. I almost teared up at the end of Thriller Bark because of the song, and it's still one of my favorite songs from the show. Anyway, that's it.